There will come a time, and I promise you there will come a time, that is lovely. They're cheap and they're fast, so fast. There's nothing really wrong with that one, so I'm just going to use the existing one. And there's plenty of ways there. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and all that. Don't forget to subscribe, give us some likes and comments, and we'll be very happy with you, and we'll be best mates for quite some time. As you can see, probably, we're doing a lived-in rewire. No, obviously no one lives here at the minute. Just doing a refurb. If anyone ever watched that video about the builder's wiring and how bad it was, it's the same owner, but this time he's got a new builder. The same builder who took over the last one and just took the job on leaps and bounds. So yeah, he's doing that. He's been here about a day already, and he's absolutely hammered it for us. So we need to be in here now, get upstairs first fixed so he can start. This time though, instead of using all that crap stuff from a very unpopular brand like the last one, because that's what the builder bought, the owner of it has told me to get some decent gear. So I'm probably going to be using the Verso sockets and switches. And let me spin the camera around and I'll take you around the property. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be using the Verso ones, Verso sockets and switches if I can get hold of them. I was going to use a Verso mains board in here as well, but there's nothing really wrong with that one, so I'm just going to use the existing one. There's plenty of ways there, so we're just going to use that again. No, obviously we're not going to use that again. I'm going to use the Verso consumer unit, RCBOs, surge protection, and all Verso sockets and switches throughout. It is going to be a rental property, so it's basic spec as usual, couple of sockets. In fact, it's not basic, he's putting downlights in every room as well, so it's not that basic. Kitchen. The kitchen is actually new, believe it or not, but the last tenant actually wrecked the place. There's only that socket in the whole kitchen. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. So we're going to do that. How cool is this? This is actually a really good idea. They've built the hob into the old chimney breast, which then vents right out there. And yeah, sorry, the hood is actually in the chimney and it just vents right out the chimney. That's a pretty good idea, I think. Unless there's a reason you're not allowed to do that, comment below. But yeah, it's a good idea. So I don't think he's having any fancy cabinet lighting or anything like that, but he's just getting some sockets put in so this can stay. They've cut out a section of this under stairs so they can get a fridge and whatever in there. And in this property, the bathroom's downstairs. So yeah, we've got this little back area. Just going to be a switch in it and probably a socket and a pendant. Downlights through here. We've got an extractor fan, which the builder has kindly already called out for us. I'm telling you, this builder's absolutely brilliant, man. He does not mess about at all. But yeah, there you go. Look at that beauty. I think we'll be reusing that as well, because that is lovely. No idea what any of that was. That must have been an old shower. It's probably still live. First job for us is obviously going to turn all that off and disconnect all the old circuits. So I'm going to take you up the stairs now. In 1, 2, 3. Here we are at the top of the stairs. It's just a 2-bed. So you got obviously a bedroom there and a bedroom there. But what they have done is added, because there was no bathroom upstairs originally, it was just the one downstairs. All the properties along this road are the same. So what the builder's done here is added a Jack and Jill ensuite, so they can have a shower and a toilet and a sink to share. At least that way you don't have to go downstairs in the middle of the night, do you, for the wee? So yeah, because the bedrooms are actually a decent size. The ceilings are dead high anyway, and so they've lowered them, which makes it a lot easier for us to wire, but honestly, they must still be, what, I don't know, probably 9 foot in the air anyway. Even with them being lowered, they're massive. Like, that's a door frame, that's a normal size door frame, so what's that, about 7 foot? yeah, it's massive ceilings in this place. So he's lowered them throughout, he's literally ripped all the walls back to nothing. And he's dot and dabbing every wall, obviously all plasterboarding, so for us, it's nice and easy wiring. So again, we're going for downlights in every room. Bathroom is going to have an extractor in the ceiling and he's going to vent it out there. The builder's going to do that for me. In fact, I wonder if he's done it. He's done the downstairs one. No, he's not done it yet. He probably wants to see the position. Anyway, right then, so we're going to start up here. We're going to noggin out on these and use 35mm back boxes. Ryan's going to come up in a minute, the mains board's down there. He's going to take that full run out for us and we can crack on, start wiring sockets, switches, smoke detector out here, downlights and what have you. So yeah, stay tuned. Right, lost the audio here, so not having much luck with sound at the moment. Basically all I was saying was I've took all the circuits out and I've stuck this temporary socket in there for me and the other builders to use. Yeah, so basically that's all I was saying. I don't know how the footage dragged out for so long, but disconnected completely everything, and that's all the wiring from the upstairs floor that got ripped out. So Ryan's just throwing it down the stairs for me to bunch up to take to our lock-up. Keep showing you where we're at, sort of thing. It shouldn't be too bad, we'll be done today easy enough. It's pretty basic. Spin the camera round. Righty. We've got our run up. This is just going to do the sockets and the feeds. This is going to be do a lot, but there's already a notch out of them and they're a bit tatty. So we're just going to reuse that notch, and what we'll do, we're going to reuse that notch. We've got a hole there, and when we've done that, we'll get a, you know, the box lids, steel galv box lids, stick them over the top, screw either side. No one can stick a screw through the cables that way. They are actually quite deep anyway, to be fair. And I know the builder who's putting these floors back down, he won't do that. He won't put a screw. But yeah, we'll protect them with box lid. We'll just put a box lid across each one. It's a metal box lid. You can buy the proper plates to do that with. I don't know what they're called, but a box lid is about 5p or something, and yeah, there you go. As long as you buy the thick ones, you can get them in different gauges. Anyway, enough about that. That's irrelevant. We've not got anything in there yet anyway. So in this room, it's a bit of an awkward one. So we've got a socket there. Old school chase with just the SDS because I didn't bring the chaser. We weren't expecting to be chasing any walls in here, but that's the only one. There. We're going to have a socket there, which is a dot and dab wall, and we'll be able to get that right up the back. No problem. We're moving the switch to there for this room because of the loft hatch that's there. I don't want to be I don't know what he's going to do. So the door's going to open that way and the switch will be just out of the range of the door. We've just all round banded it all up to the old ceiling. Where we go, we've got 4 downlights through here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we've got the ensuite. We're going to have a socket there, switch for the ensuite. Fan isolator going there. He's going to lower this ceiling again, hence why the cables are so long. And I'll explain what he's going to do with that. It's pretty cool. But basically, he's going to put cupboard doors up there, and he's going to build like a cupboard in this dead space, and then just stop it just before the centre, and then the lights can be still run through the centre. We've got the extract fan and the downlight going above the shower, so like the fan and the light in the middle. And he did core it out for us, it's there. He's going to run a solid duct on an angle and then flexi duct there, but the builder's going to do that for us because he's a good one. And then through this side we've got a 2-way switch, it just needs capping. 2-way for the ensuite. Socket going there, socket going there, socket going there. I think they're going to go for the bed there. Switch for this room, and again 4 downlights, 1, 2, 3, 4, just all around banded. to give it that bit of protection. And then at the top of the stairs, we've got a switch going there, which is just on the top because there's not really anywhere else we can get it. I mean, it could go there, but there's a joist right tight against the wall, so we'll struggle to get anything in. We won't be going down the side like the old one did. So there, we can get down and under, and then they run that way. So there. That's going to be a two-way with downstairs, but that won't be done today as long as we're out of these ceilings. And we're going to be putting a pendant in the centre, which is, that's not the centre, Ryan, that's the centre. You'll find that out in a minute when you come back from having your dinner. And then we're going to be putting a smoke detector up here as well. And we've got a socket on the landing. It's a very narrow landing, but anyway, yeah, so that's where we're at now. So I'm just going to run a socket radial up here. We've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sockets on probably a 20 amp radial, perfectly enough for a little 2-bedroom property upstairs. No point with ring mains up here, or ever. Yeah, there is. That's a debate for another day. Right then, I'm going to have my dinner, and then we'll get the rest of the sockets wired. And that's us done for today. It's only 3 o'clock. Not bad. Upstairs, completely finished. The builder can do whatever he wants now. On the upstairs, obviously, which should give us time to get through a few other jobs, and then we can get back here and do the downstairs, hopefully before he needs us to be. We don't want to be holding anybody up. But like I said, this was just dropped on us sort of last minute, last week. So for us to squeeze a day in within a week. But he's a good customer of ours, so. Right. Oh, I'm out of breath. Spin the camera around and I'll give you the lowdown. So, you come up the stairs. You got your landing light switch, which is a 2-way. Like that while getting dot and dabbed. I have sunk it in a bit though because it's a 35mm box. So, and there's going to be a switch at the bottom there as well to do this. Yeah, so come up, socket, ensuite socket, switch, sorry, socket and switch. Downlights are all in above that other ceiling. We've got all round band, just giving them that support so they're not resting on the ceiling. These downlights are long. These are obviously really long because it's going to lower this ceiling. Did I tell you already? And build a cupboard in there anyway. Anyway, I can't remember. Yeah, it's called out for us. That switch is for the bedroom because have I already explained all this? I think I have. Anyway, all tucked in, nice and neat for him. This builder looks after us, so we'll look after him. Nothing worse than all the cables hanging out. So yeah, fan isolator, switch, double socket. There's not really much else to show. I did have to chase that out. It is plasterboard, but it's so tight against the brick. One other thing, I did used to just sort of wrap tape around them, stuff like that, especially when there was like a good bunch of them, like there. I did used to give it wrap tape because it looks neater at this stage, but there will come a time, and I promise you there will come a time when you've got to get above and pull another cable, pull one of the cables out, or to pull another cable in, and when they're all taped together, you got no chance. So I've learned from that mistake, and now I just leave them loose in them walls, and I can pull them up and down should I ever need to, right near the end of the job when those little additions happen or faults occur or anything like that. So it's definitely worth just leaving like that. All looks the same when the board's on. Another one, capping. Drywall screws, plasterboard screws, whatever you call them. Black ones, you get them in a box of, let me zoom in so we get better quality. You get them in a box of 1,000 for about £6.50, 30mm, 25mm. Most walls, 80% of brick walls, you can screw them straight into the mortar line and you will never, ever pull them out ever. It's just straight in, no pilot hole, no plug, straight through the capping and straight in the mortar line. I did become aware not long ago that not everyone knew that. I thought everyone did that where it was possible. So yeah, I thought I might as well bang in top tip number 16,462. Right, on this job, straight in the mortar line everywhere. And like I say, you're never going to pull them screws out. You don't need to drill any holes, you don't need to do anything. Screw straight into the mortar line with them. They're cheap and they're fast, so fast. Outside, it was going to be nothing. I'm going to be putting, so that's the back door. We're going to put an outside light there, an outside light there. The actual tenant who's going to move into this place came round today. The landlord sent, or the owner sent, or whatever you want to call him, the landlord, sent around and said, go and show the electricians what you want and where you want it, which is very good of him, to be honest, very good. He's kind of said he's letting her throw her 2 pence worth in and say where she wants everything going, sockets wise, lights, and then she said, can I have outside lights? And he said, yeah, of course you can. She's also said she wants a kitchen island putting in and a pendant above that as well as the downlights. So he said, yep, of course you can. He's a good landlord like that. Obviously, he's a very good landlord, so he's letting the tenant call all the shots on this one, because she's obviously going to be the one living with it when it's done. I'm probably not going to be on this job now for another week or 2, maybe. So instead of, I'm going to do all the wiring downstairs. There's no point in me making a video about that. You just saw pretty much the same thing upstairs. So next time you see this job, it'll probably be at second fix stage. So I'll probably just upload this video anyway. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.